The United States leadership role in the peace process and the congressional support for the peace process is a standard that the Jewish community holds its government to. At the same time, U.S. aid to Israel is also incredibly important and essential in the relationship with Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East. How do you view the role, influence, and ability of members of Congress in ensuring the support of Israel both politically and monetarily? And please give us, be as specific as you can.
My support for the State of Israel and for the U.S.-Israel relationship is unwavering. The United States needs to stand shoulder to shoulder with our greatest ally in the Middle East. When it comes to funding for the State of Israel, I think it's not just important to how much that the bipartisan support in Congress sends to Israel to help them with their strategic and quantitative military edge. It's also important as to where else American taxpayer dollars go. It's why I was one of the first in the country to say no more U.S. taxpayer dollars for a Hamas-run Palestinian Authority. No more money to a Muslim Brotherhood-run Egypt. No more money to United Nations programs that aren't in the best interest of Israel's security or America's interest in that region or America's interest around the rest of the world. There is strong bipartisan support in Congress, but unfortunately, that's fading. Just a few weeks ago, when the Democratic National Convention decided to remove Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, I asked Lois Frankel to join me in recognizing that this was a bipartisan issue, and she remained silent. Just a week or so ago, when 12 members of the United States House of Representatives said to extend Iran sanctions loopholes, I called on Mayor Frankel to join me, and again, she remained silent. I will be a strong and unwavering supporter of a U.S.-Israel relationship because not only are they our greatest strategic ally, but we have a moral obligation to stand with the Jewish state of Israel.
Mr. Hasner, I hate to admit this, but I've been supporting Israel for longer than you've been born. So, you know, let me just say this. You know, Mr. Hasner and I, we disagree on a lot of things. But one thing that we do agree on is our support for Israel. And I just want to say this. I don't think we do the state of Israel or our country any good when we try to politicize our love or our support. And I support aid. I'll tell you, maybe where I have a little difference is, why don't you ask the folks in Israel, or the Prime Minister of Israel, whether or not the United States should cut off aid to Egypt? Because what would happen would be an economic disaster and a destabilization of that area that I don't think Israel would appreciate. But I stand with Israel for continued funding, and we need to do everything possible to stop Iran from ever obtaining a nuclear weapon. And every option must be on the table.